So I've just come back from seeing Kneecap, the newest Irish film. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Kneecap is the newest Irish film that is about the hip-hop group from Ireland known as Kneecap. This is based on their story. And so the idea of this film, I'll tell you exactly what this film is about. It's about what was happening at the time in Ireland with the actual native language that they speak and how it was dying out and how they were trying to get it through the politics system to make it legal to speak and talk about. So there's this group called Kneecap who become hip-hop artists and they speak this native tongue. And this was a big thing that happened over there. I didn't know about this. I didn't even know this was a true story or anything like that. I remember seeing the trailers and thinking to myself, this looks like one of those dumb movies that doesn't work, that tries to be too funny and just never lands or anything like that. So I went to the AMC Unseen screening and that's what this movie was. And I tell you right now, this movie was actually quite fun and quite good. I actually had a really good time with this film. Now, I don't know if it's just because the Irish accent is just, I don't know, just really cool to listen to and is just so pleasing to hear. And then you throw in the native language, the Irish language itself, and it's just like another level. And you're sitting there like, I could listen to this all day. And then put that with music, with the soundtrack, and it's just, you're just sitting there and you want to jump out of your seat and dance to it. You just want to get in there and you just want to be like pumping and just in that mosh pit. You just want to be at the concert. That's just the vibe I got from it. Now, what worked for this movie for me was the comedic timing and the comedic side of this film. I was in stitches laughing super hard throughout the whole entire film. Just the way that they deliver the lines at the right moments, and then the little editing choices, which I thought was one of the strong points of this movie, is the detail in the editing. And what I mean by that is because there's a lot of substances that are used throughout this film, because obviously there's a big thing going on regarding all that stuff. So when they're tripping and they're high, they are starting to see things. And I thought the way that they edited certain scenes together just added that comedic side to it and delivery that just made you laugh. Like, there's one thing with the radio host. Oh, I don't know why. It was just so funny. And everyone in the theater was cracking up laughing. It was hilarious. That whole segment just landed like a Boeing 247, whatever you call it, landing on a smooth runway. It was just brilliant. It was hilarious. And then as you progress through the film, you start to love the characters, the actual people themselves, who are played. I'm telling you right now, they're played by the actual people from Kneecap. That's pretty insane. They're actually the people from that band are playing those characters. And I thought that was a nice touch. And they did a great job as well. I mean, they didn't look out of place or anything like that. I guess you would know about this because it's your story as well. So you have that added stuff to it where it's more believable because they're actually lived through this. Obviously, it's probably exaggerated a bit, but nevertheless, it's still hilarious because just the way that they talk to each other and the way that they talk, like if you've ever hung out with Irish people or you've been around Irish people and you've seen how they deal with things and talk and stuff like that, just something about it just adds this funny tone to it that you just laugh. And that was throughout the whole entire film. And like I said, the characters, you get attached to them. Like all three of them have this, the way that they came together as a group is crazy. Because when we're watching them, so we're watching the two young fellas first, and then you had the teacher on the side who's the DJ. And you're watching their stories as they come together and how they met. It's crazy to think that that's how they met. And then somehow they formed a band, a hip hop band like this, and then became like super sensations. It's a crazy, wacky story that doesn't make sense, but it does because it's real. So it happened. But the way that it is just so crazy to me that that's how it all came together. And when you're watching the two young fellas and how their childhood was and how they grew up and how they got into, the dealing of certain substances and stuff like that, and how everything around their life revolved around that before they met the teacher guy, and then they became the band, and it kind of saved them in a way from the life that they were going down. And you tie in stuff that happens in their lives that is directly tied into other things going on around them, and how you see that one door closes and another door opens. I thought that was another way that they did a very good job at showcasing that in this movie. So I really like that. And the story itself around the native language is pretty insane. Because, you have this native language, this Irish language that they're trying to kill off, because obviously the Queen's English is coming into Ireland and stuff like that. So they're trying to kill off this native language. And then there's this group of people that are trying to save it and bring it up. And that's where the band, this hip hop band, comes in, because they speak that language and they start to become the face of it. And some people aren't happy with that. And then you get into like the big story of they accept it and they're like, this is what's going to happen. We have to be the face of it. And I thought it was done really, really well. I thought the dialogue was great as well. I think an issue that some people may have with it is the accents themselves and when they're speaking. I know some people struggle to understand when an Irish person speaks because of the accent and how, you can miss words and stuff like that. But I thought overall, this was actually a really, really fun film. I had a lot of fun with it. Now, is this going to be the best film of the year? No, I don't think it's the best film of the year. But it's definitely a film that I think a lot of you should go and watch. And I think a lot of you are going to enjoy it. Now, it is R-rated, so you can't take your kids to it. Okay? Can't do that. And there are some scenes that are very revealing in this movie. And hilarious at the same time. Those scenes are just like, you're sitting there. It's just crazy. There is one scene where it happens and then another character walks in and like once it connects and you're like, oh, this is like worst case scenario for a person. Let's just say that, worst case scenario. Michael Fassbender's in it as well. He's great as well. I enjoyed what his character was to another character in this movie and how that storyline played out. But definitely go check it out. Look, if you're looking for something that's going to, make you laugh, you're going to have fun with it, something that's really wacky, off the walls, Kneecap is that. And it's based on a true story as well. So I think you guys should go check it out. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. So let me know what you guys thought. If you guys did see Kneecap, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you guys think of it? Smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.